So, hey guys, I made some changes because I was recording, but I realized I was recording on a different browser. So, I mean a different account. So what I'm going to show you is what I only did the styling for this. Okay, actually it's pretty good that I only did that. So I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, you will need to come here first of all. For the text area, to use the font that we have, just copy your font family and inside a text area, okay, inside your CSS, just paste it and you will be able to use the font. And the other thing is the form. So the form is going to have a width of 70%, margin 0 auto, so it's going to be center. Everything inside the form is going to have a width 100% and display block, so we can access the margin and padding, well, mostly the padding. Okay, so you can see that we have some spacings, and I moved the H1 from outside here to inside the form, okay, just to have that kind of in line with this. Okay, that's not a big deal semantically. And yeah, that's the only thing. And also the submit has, this is a selector that is only going to select the input of type submit. Okay, so that means this button, we're only going to give a width 120 pixels. That's why the width 100% is not going to be added to this button like these two. And we just remove the border so it looks kind of flat. So that's it. And if you want a cursor pointer to show the cursor, okay, to change the cursor once we are hovering the button. So that's it. Now let me close the CSS because that's it. And also this one, since it's global, is going to affect what we have inside the edit. Okay, so that's the only thing. Now we need to allow this form to work and to update what we have. So let me go to my code, go to my main.js and look for that. Okay, so we already have that selected. The create a form, no, that's not it, is the, sorry, I'm on create a post container, so that is being created here. Okay, we have the ID of edit form, and this is setting the, okay, so remove the form, create. Okay, so we will add that, I think below here, that is only that is going to update, allow us to update the code. Okay, I know where it is. So I have to place that inside of, okay, inside the function that appends or creates the form. Okay, so we need to do that. And I was talking about pagination on my other video that I ditched. So if you have, let me go to home. If you have 1,000, okay, of these posts, 1,000 then are going to be shown here. Okay, so that might depending of what you want to show, that will slow down, okay, because you will have to download all those posts. But with pagination, that I think we're going to add that to the end in a separate video. So with pagination, you will using Firebase only fetch, okay, I don't know, 10 or 20 once you click So let me show what pagination is in case you don't know. Pagination. Let's go to Bootstrap. And this is a pagination. Okay, so when you click one, it's going to show you only the first set, I don't know, the first 10. When you click 2, it's going to show you the second set, that is the next counting, starting to count from the 10 that you got before. Okay, so that will be 20, and 3 will give you the 30. So after the first 20, counting the next 10. Okay, so that is going to be easier for the browser to load. Okay, but we are not going to use, I think we're not going to use Bootstrap to display, because this is only the styling for this list. Okay, that's the only thing that they do. They allow you to have some other things, but we can actually create our pretty basic navigation or pagination. So I think we will add that at the end, but let's continue and let's go to, nope, what I want is first post, and I want to stay here in this page. So let's open the console, F12 to open the console. So inside here we need to add our event listener to the form that we just appended. So we're going to say document, if I can type, of course, okay, that query selector. Now remember that this is now appended, so we're going to say edit form, okay. Add event listener. We're going to listen for the submit, that is a global event for the forms. Async, we're going to use the event to prevent the default behavior, so event that prevent default. Okay, let me scroll down a little bit. And we're going to create a constant. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. Okay, that's actually, well, it's not bad, but I'm going to okay, we will have to refactor this so you don't get this kind of behavior, because I'm going to do again the get post ID from URL, and again fetch. So maybe, okay, let's do it like this first, and we will refactor the code, because I don't want you to repeat yourselves with this thing. So we're going to say post ID, and we're going to use the same await get post ID from URL. So this is something that we're going to change later, but just to make it work, we're going to continue with this, and we're going to refactor that. So have that for sure that we're going to do it. Get element by ID. So we're going to say edit cover. Sorry, it's not this. This is after. Okay, so it's edit title. We're going to check if the value is empty, not null, but just an empty string, and if document that get element by ID, that is edit content, that value is not also equals to an empty string. And inside this we're going to make another check, because remember that the user will be able to update the post using either an image, a new image, or only setting the title and content. So we need to check if that image is a store, well, not a store, if the user selected an image. So let's say document that get element by ID, get element So edit cover now is edit cover that files. Remember that this is how we select the files. If you want all the files, just do this, but we want the first one, and it's an array 0 index, so actually the first one is the index of 0, so it's not equal to undefined. So it is not equals to undefined, meaning that we have something inside the files. We have a file. We're going to say constant cover equals to document that get element by ID, edit cover, and you will see that we are actually setting all these again. Okay, like checking and then setting. You can do that in a global variable, setting this as global, a let, and access that from there. But we are trying to be a more how can I say this, to show you everything. Okay, so you start building your knowledge. So constant, and if that is so, we have a file. Then we need to create again or reference equals to storage Firebase, sorry, that storage. Sorry if I'm making a ton of typos, just because I'm recording this in different days, and sometimes I can type and some other times I cannot. And constant storage child storage ref that child cover that name, so we access the name of the file that we have selected. Console.log updating file, let's say, just to show something different. Now constant post cover equals to storage child that put cover, that is the file, and I'm just going to copy what we have up here. Okay, where is the create? It's below here. Okay, it's below here. Okay, I'm going to copy all this, so this one finishes here because it's actually the same. In fact, I should have copied everything, but well, it's the same. So we're going to paste that, add a little indentation there, also here, and indent this a little bit more, so we have that. So that should work. This is the promise. I is going to use the progress, so you will or add a new ID progress inside that, as we have inside our create. Okay, so let me show you that. Or you will add one more of these. IDs are unique, but since we are on another HTML, you can set another one, so I'm going to leave that there so you can add the progress bar. Okay, so that should be it. And where this thing, okay, so after those two we need to add around line 201 the same line we have, or we had, because we need the reference from the URL. I think we don't have that. Okay, we have the D here up there, so the D variable. Now we're going to do something new. that is await storage ref that child document that get element by ID all cover. So we're going to access the value of that all cover, that is the previous image, and we're going to delete that. So this one we can catch an error if that happens, and we just console that. So let's say console that log error, and this should be done. So console log error, and if that returns true, console that log previous image deleted successfully, something like that. And now we can create or update our new post. So let's say let post equals to title, and now because title is different of what we're going to have, we're going to say document that get element by ID. So we get the edit title, that value, comma, content document that get element by ID, edit content, that value, comma, the cover is going to be also the D, and the file ref is going to be again file ref that location path, that is the new image. Also await Firebase.firestore collection posts. We need to specify the collection, the document that we want to update, that is the post ID, and we're going to set the post and merge the values. Merge is going to affect everything that changes. So if we don't have the cover and that doesn't change, then that is not going to be affected. Okay. And location reload to reload the page or refresh the page. So after that we have an else, and meaning that we don't have an image. So we're going to do only Firebase that firestore that collection posts that document post ID that set post also merge true. Sorry, I was looking the other, so I need to scroll down on my code so I can see that better. Okay, so it's set, and we add an object. So this is going to have the title and document that get element by ID again, the edit title, that value, and the content, the document that get element by ID, edit content, lol, edit content, okay, like that, that value, and we add here a comma and a new object that is merge true again. So in case one doesn't change, it's just going to update one. Okay, so that should work. And we have here another else that is console that log. You need to fill the inputs. Let's say something like that. In case there's something that is empty or the user removed the title or the content, so we're not going to allow that. Okay, only we're going to send a message and that should be it. So let's save that. Let's actually come here and test. So if we come here, first post updated and updated update post. Let's see what happens. So it's not showing an error. Let me refresh this. Wait for that. So did that change then? Okay, that changed. But why then? I know why. Sorry, we forgot. Well, I forgot something. Because remember that we want to reload. So that's why we're going to say location.reload again. Okay, so that seems to be working. It's just that I felt like it was stuck because we have no feedback actually. So let's remove this and maybe let's say let me copy something from here. I don't know, and let's paste that post first post bootstrap okay, and update. Okay. Okay, I was just waiting for the image. So let's say first post bootstrap and we have all that. So now let me select a new image, okay, on my other screen because I still have a ton of crap. Click the choose file and select a file that you want. Okay, let me just select this one. Okay, that is a big file. So open the console and let's say update post. And you see you have all this, but let's wait and I will give you the tasks that you need to do. This should return, okay, that, and we will see if the image was deleted in a second. So this is our new image, okay. So you saw that the submit wasn't disabled, so we were able to click again if we wanted to. That would send another request and I will update another time, okay, using the same information. So you will need to disable this, and you will need, since you saw the numbers here of the file uploading process, you will need to add what I said, that is the let's go back, let's go to new post. You will need to add this, that in a second we're going to hide it from here. So you will need to add this, okay. It's the same ID that is looking for, so you just need to copy this and add it. Or if you want to add something differently, just change the ID, change the style, and just make sure that the ID matches what you are trying to access, and that's the only thing. So try to do that, okay, that will actually help you. So we're going to, well, I don't know why let's go to new post and we're going to hide this because let me see the ID it has. You click here, select an item, okay, and you will be able to select an item. So progress handler, so let me check. Okay, yep, I have that. It's just a display none. So let me go to main CSS, and I forgot to do this, so let me just copy this and add it below, not below, above. So it's just a progress handler ID, and we're going to set it to display none. So here you can add the rest of the styles for that, so let me just say new post, something like that, and some random things. Let me just select a new image. Okay, so this one, that this should be fast, and open this. So this one is looking odd, I don't know why. So let me just click this. Okay, so that is not working. And why that look different? So this is the one I just uploaded. So let me see why that looks different. What? So if I select one, just let me see if that no, this one is working good. So we can add something, and maybe I change something in the styles, submit, and we're not seeing this, so that's actually pretty bad. We should be able, let's save that. Okay, it's going to reload, forgot about that, but the process should finish. So let's try again. Okay, we have some so let's try that again. New post and other things. Okay, let me choose a file. I really need to clean all the crap that I have. So let me find another one. I have a ton of websites for inspiration and all that. So let me select, I don't know, this one. Open. And let's open this. So we know it's working. It's still working, but it's not showing us that. Okay, and that is a problem. So let's see why that is not working inside the create progress handler, progress bar. Okay, so Control F, we're going to say progress. I know why. Let me just progress var, because I'm not setting the new style to be okay. Okay, this is actually odd. I set progress handler as true. Sorry about that. And this is not true. This is block. Actually, that's why it's not showing. So, you know, sometimes it's you're too into explaining something or into following your code and expecting not to mess up, that you forget or you don't realize about some things. We're going to change this in a second so it doesn't look that bad. So we should be able now to go, and also I changed some styling, so maybe that's why I forgot. So again, let me choose another file, and we should be able to show the, okay, so let me, an image that I still don't have. Okay, this one looks good, and this should work. Okay, you can see that it's working, and the submit is still logged. So we click and nothing happens. Okay, so now we will be redirected and everything is working. So inside the progress handler ID inside our CSS, you will add all the stylings you want. Remember that to center is margin 0 auto, okay, as we are using. So to add colors and all that, you can change those and that will be fine. So you can see how it looks. Now just let me change this and let me see the ID. Okay, this is not working. Okay, so this is the href inside the post, I mean the anchor inside the post. So let me look for that. copy. Okay, so I'm just going to select that using my styles instead of trying to look for that. So is post, right? Class post. That's the background image, the div, and anchor. So is post anchor. Let's say a color. So I'm black. Let me scroll down. Let me change this to not this, but something more. Okay, like 333. And font size, let's say the default is 16, so let's say 18 pixels. Let's save this, and you can see change. So we're going to add a little, or let's make it smaller, maybe 14. Let's say a font weight that is going to allow us to make this bolder. Okay, so you can see that, and let's actually add a margin top of 20 pixels, so that should work. Okay, and you can see it doesn't work because we need to do something. As I said, this is an inline element, so we're going to say display block. The order of the CSS doesn't work, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, and you can see we have that. So I think that's fine. So you can add the link to this also, but let's just leave it like that for now. And it looks better of, let me close this, of what we had before. Okay, so this looks kind of like an actual website. So we need to do something else inside the navigation. So let's go to the navigation, because remember I added a toggler that is only this toggler, right? Okay, so that is this part. Okay, that is closing this menu, and we're going to say a position fix, so that should work. Okay, and now if we scroll, it's going to come with us. Okay, but you can see that it changes everything, so it makes it only to fill a certain portion of the document. So we're going to say width 100%. Okay, and you can see that now it fills the 100% of the document. So you can see it's working pretty good. Just to avoid to add a top button that allows to go to the top, so the user can actually come here and click the menu and work with that. So the next thing is to, let's just clean this, the UL. So let's say I think I have it as a side nav, so let's look for that side nav. Okay, so let's say list style none, so that should fix that if this is in the UL. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, so let's just say the next thing. So where we are above here, nav UL list style none, so I should get rid of that. Okay, you can see that the bullets are not showing anymore. So I think, well, you can also change the stylings here. I'm not a fan of these stylings, okay, but for the purpose of the tutorial I think those are fine. So we can edit, I think I show you how to edit the images, right? So let's go to this one. Okay, you can see that sometimes this happens. Okay, we have this, so we need to go here and actually set for our toggler the top 0 pixels, and that should fix that. Okay, so now it's going to be actually to the top, and you can see that it scrolls down with us. Okay, and it looks good. So, and actually let me change. No, let's keep it like that. So we have this, and let's say, I don't know, another post. Let's grab some other things here just to get something. Let's change also the image. So choose file and change the image. I think I showed you this, but since I got caught up with other things, so let's change this for this one and update post. We actually need to look for the console, or look inside the console to see if that is working, and reload. And we need to check, okay, that we have the images. So we're almost at the end, and I need to check if we have the images. So this is working. We should have only 6 images, so let me open this on my other screen. Let me go to Firebase. So go to your Firebase project, and you should only see 6 images. I will show you in a second where. Since my internet is failing, or what the hell? It's slow. Okay, so I'm on my console. I'm waiting for, okay, let me show you, and is this one HTML Firebase tut. So we need to go to storage and to see only 6 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that is working perfectly. So all the images that we are changing are actually being, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can easily see that with this 6. Okay, 2 rows of 3. So I'm going to actually make one small change because I kind of don't dig too much that color. So we're going to change this to be kind of a little bit like this. Okay, it was kind of bluish, and you can see the shadow even better. So that's working good, and I think it looks fine. So in the last video, we're going to delete the posts, and also we're going to refactor some things. Okay, so I'm going to do that on the fly in the video, so that's why I'm going to make those two things in the same video. Okay, so wait for that, and see you in the next one.